Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Christine Josti of Mail Something Pretty, and thanks for joining me today. I'm sorry I am late, and I'll say that in a minute because the replay watchers who get to see this little beginning, you won't know that I was late or not, but I was. And so hopefully we'll get some people to join us in and make sure that we are live and everything is good. A little out of practice because I wasn't here last week. I was sick, but I'm better. I'm very happy to be better. It took a little while to shake my head cold. All right, and so as we're waiting for people to get on and write a hello to make sure that you can hear me, I'm really excited to show you what I have today. I was actually commissioned is such a big word, but I was asked to make some cards. And so I'm going to show you what I made and I'm going to make another version. So all right, someone said check. Perfect. All right. Thanks, Nancy. Sorry I was late. I hope I didn't scare you. It just took me a little bit longer to get all hooked up. I have super cute cards to show you today. I'm very excited. And I made them a little bit ago and I've been waiting till this week to show you how to make them because I'm going to be giving them away on Thursday night. So we are good. So let me go to my desk here. There we go. And so I'm going to show you first. We're going to use the Storybook Moments suite. I meant to have this open. Here it is. It's like a mega suite. It has so many pages on this so it's in the January through April 25 catalog. And it starts on page, say, 23. You can see that all right. And so my instant thought when I saw this whole suite was Peter Rabbit, Beatrix Potter. So I've showed you guys some of this stuff before. But you get you get two stamp sets, you get two die sets, you have some fun ribbon and some gems. You get 2 packs of paper. Actually, we're going to use paper from both packs. And then there's more samples. I mean, how cute is that? More sample. Oh, I made this one on a live a couple weeks ago. I haven't even used my gardening set, but I'll be using that soon. And more samples. So it's a huge mega suite. It's super popular, and this is what we're going to use today. So I just wanted to show you where I found it in the catalog. All right. So actually, I'm going to show you. They're larger cards. Hi, Debbie. They're larger cards. So I was asked to make 3 of my mahjong ladies, I call them, are going to be grandmothers for the first time. And one of them is having, or a different one is having a shower on Thursday night. And I'm pretty sure none of them are watching this, so I feel safe showing. So this is one of the cards that I'll be giving to them. And so it's a little bit larger. Oh, I didn't bring I don't think I have a regular size card to show you, but I'll show you because actually the one in the envelope, um, I was told that like 12 people needed to sign it. So I needed it a little bit bigger than the regular card size that we make. So I made 3 because I forget. 2 of them I think are having girls and one of them's having a boy. I think that's what it is. So anyway, so this is one of the cards for the girls. So I happen to have these 6x9 envelopes. So this is what I put them in. So here's another one. And I just loved, and I'll show you the paper in a minute. As I was making it, I just was like, this is the grandmother and this is the grandchild. That's the grandmother and that's the grandchild. And I have a third one. Don't want to wreck them because we need to give them away. And then this person's having a boy, or her daughter's son's having a boy. And so what I did is on the inside of these ones, I made it a little bit bigger. So so it's just a little bit more special by having it decorated and then they can sign their name. So this, we're gonna actually make a version of this one. And so I wanted to show you a couple tips because my card was a little bit bigger. So I'll leave these out to show again. Actually, I'll just leave them here for the moment. So the paper, I'll just show you quick. This is the Storybook Moments paper, which we're not going to use a whole lot of this paper. We're actually just going to use the cutouts. And so you get 2 sheets of all these cutouts, and they are really fun. Like I have to be swayed a little bit to use some of the cutouts because I like to stamp and make my own, but these ones really don't take any persuasion. I really like them. So I'm having fun with them. So just wanted to show you kind of the papers. So you get these, you could cut into individual sections, or you have the green. And then just opposite. So you get some strawberries and see some fun little bunnies. Well, I did it upside down. You have gardening and you have some wild, it's really actually quite pretty, the wild wheat, pretty pattern. And you have some vegetables and the little, this is where the storybook moments, the little houses. And then you have some, these are little squirrels, chipmunks. I think they're chipmunks. Yeah, chipmunks. And I love this blue pattern paper. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for joining in. So it's fun, fun, fun paper. I'm actually using it for another project, my live event that's coming up. Less than 2 weeks. I was just using this paper. For you, I'll show you the projects later when it after the event. So, anyways, that's one of the papers, and then the other one is that plaid paper, and it's 6 by 6. And so I just have a little share here, but you can kind of see all the different plaids, and they're kind of subtles. And then you have more of like the gingham and the checks. So it's so this is the paper we're going to use for this card. Put that in there. All right. So we are going to start with a thick white piece of cardstock. Normally, I would cut it in half and there's our card size, but I want this to be, like I said, a bigger card. So, I'm just going to move these to the side for the moment. So I kind of played with it. And so I just tell you the kind of the end measurement. It's going to be 11 by 6 3/4. And you can make your cards any size. I first was just folded it in half, but then it was a little bit, I don't know, I thought it was too long. So I just kind of trimmed a little bit off. So that's my 11. So then this, I'm just going to make 6 3/4. I think I'm just taking 1.5 inches off. Oh no, my blade's not there. But because I cleaned my room, my spare trimmer was right next to it. That was weird. I have to find where that went. All right, let's try this again. 6 3/4. I have to say my room is still really clean. I'm keeping it clean. I'm really happy. It makes me happy to come up here. um, half of 11 would be 5.5. Right? Yeah. Hey, Karen. Oh, I bet it's freezing cold in Iowa. It's freezing cold here in Massachusetts, but I bet you're even colder. We have a nice wind chill factor going on, and it's freezing. All right, so here's my card. So it's not exactly a whole piece folded in half because I took just 1.5 inches off the top. So normally, a card would be almost half the size. So that's the side I just decided to make. You can make yours any size you want. All right, and then let me actually, I'll just put this one out so you can kind of see. So I have texture. There you go. You can kind of see the texture. And this is the embossing folder that is a celebration item. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of it, but it's the only. Oh, actually, I can tell you because it's in this catalog. It's one of the original celebration items. It is, and you can use, I'll show you. I used a different one on each one. Oh, where is it? I said I'm out of practice. Where is it? It's in here. I promise you. Where the world is it? There's the paper. There's the gems. There's a stamp set. Here's the ribbon. And there's paper. Oh my goodness. You guys probably missed it too. Look, it's right here. Sorry. Starstruck embossing folder. It's really nice. So don't miss it because it's a really nice embossing folder. So that's what I used on this one. And I'm going to use it on the card. So you can kind of see the texture right there. On this one, I used because I wanted them all a little bit different. What's that? I don't know what it's called, but to me it's like that lacy stuff. And then this is can you see it? It's like that distressed brick. I don't know what it's called. So you can use whatever you like. But what I did, because this happens to be just one of the smaller folders, I've gotten a little spoiled with the bigger folders. Um, it, if I was just to do one whole sheet, my embossing folder wouldn't quite make it. So I have a little hack. Oh, Cheryl says Wisconsin isn't any better for freezing temps. Yeah, I think it's freezing everywhere. So I have my like super warm fuzzy sweater on. All right, so white, I need 2 pieces of 2.5 by 5.25. All right, so nope, not that one. That's my base. So let's do 5.25, 2.5. So we want 2 of these pieces. So we're gonna do a little hack because no one is going to be taking this card apart to see that I didn't use a full piece of paper. All right, so you can kind of imagine we're just going to do those 2. And then when we put paper on top of it, no one will know. All right, so let me get my machine. And then this is a regular or standard embossing folder. So I'm going to use the 2 clear plates, not the gray one, for 3D. And it's funny because most of them now are 3D, but I do have a couple of the standard. Hello, Mary. Oh, hi, Mary Lou. Oh, I dropped my phone. Sorry about that. I got a new phone. Let's see, it needs to be over here a little bit more. I got a new phone. Need to put a weight on it. And I got a case, which is super cute, although I can't show you because it's on the back of my phone. There's a cute little bunny on it. And then I bought the one that says MagSafe or something. And I thought it was going to be magnetic to my tripod thing, and it's not. So it was balancing. All right, that was fun. All right. Oh, Nancy, you beat me to it. Tomorrow, everybody, is Mary Lou's birthday, so please wish her a happy birthday. All right, let's see. I'm just reading as I'm doing this. But Debbie says at 5:30 a.m. we hit a record for Bismarck. It was -39. Holy! I'm not sure what temp is now. Besides, it's oh my goodness. So I have to do one at a time because it's a little bit too wide. So I'm going to line up that edge on that line there. -39. I know we've been in single digit lows, and then with our wind chill, it's like, feels like obviously colder. Yikes. Stay warm, Debbie. Yikes. All right, so I'm going to do my second one. Tell Anne about how cold it is. She won't mind me telling. She was freezing here, but she came to visit the last week of August, and at nighttime, we were at our neighbor's having a nice campfire. And my husband and my son were in shorts and a sweatshirt, and Anne's under a wool blanket, freezing. And she said that was her winter weather. She couldn't believe we were outside during her winter weather. All right. I tease her, and she teases me because then I get too hot. All right, so we have those pieces. We'll put those on first. So I'm just going to put that at the top. And you can do this on regular size cards too. Like if you only have a little bit showing and you don't want to use a whole layer. Same for those who came in later. the size layer I needed was bigger than my embossing folder, so it wouldn't work. So I just am just kind of doing, so now I have, there we go, on the top, on the bottom, and we're going to put a piece in the middle so no one will ever know. All right, so now we need to cut our, decided to use these two since this one, I have an extra of this one. So I'm keeping this one. So I figured I can save this for a little girl baby, and then I'll save this one for little boy baby. So I will be prepared. All right, I need a sip of water. Okay, sorry. So we need to cut these two. So, and I need to cover my glue. I'm out of practice. I'm gonna cut the plaid one, or this one, the bigger one. Out here. We're gonna cut the bigger one first, and that is going to be 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I'm gonna do 3.5 by 4 3/4. Now, if I was using, let's see what it looks like. Oh, I could. This actually happens to be the exact width that I need, or I chose to make it. So I could use those two just with one sheet of paper. I could, let's see. Or maybe I will. I was going to use those two. But you know what? We'll just do that one since it's cut. Okay, so then I just need to make this 5 1/4. So it's 5 1/4 by 2.5. I will at some point write up a blog post about this card. And I will write measurements and everything. But you can, if you actually want, take a screenshot of that. I'll leave that there. Oh, I'll leave that there while I read Karen's. Karen says, ours feels right now -18, temp is 0. Ugh, schools all over our area, churches, some business closed today as we are under extreme cold advisory. Been 3 days already. Brr. It was minus double digits. Actual temp this morning, wind chills were -36. My brother used to live in Wisconsin, and that was the first time I ever heard of closed schools for cold advisory. Stay warm. All right, oh, we need to cut one more piece. So I need a layer under it, the pattern, which is 3 1/4 by 5. So I decided to use Misty Moonlight. There are lots of colors in this cart, and did I say 3 1/4? 3 3/4. There are a lot of colors in this paper pack, which is nice. So lots of colors would match. Yeah, okay. So I think that's all our cutting. Everyone is cold. Stay warm. All right, so I'm just gonna glue those two together. And then I'm going to just glue that directly on here. I'm just going to cover that seam. I like this plaid, the green and the blue. And so what I kind of did just to find the middle is I just kind of looked at it and kind of moved this over. And that way I kind of eyeballed it, but it gave me a pretty good idea to find the center. And it does, it's like a little concave, right? Because that's bumpy and that's not, but it doesn't matter because we're going to put our layer on top. And I'm just going to glue it versus popping up because we're going to pop up our cute little characters. And I'm going to put that there. I'm glad my live is today versus yesterday. If you guys read my email, we had no power for 8 hours. So I wouldn't have been able to do live. But all is good. All right. So now we're just going to kind of decorate. So the cute little Storybook Friends So these are all the stamped characters that you could make, but you have these three frames, which is kind of cool. So when you cut one of the frames out, this is actually comes out as well. And so you could either stick it back in if you want to use a solid background, or you can leave it out to be like a frame. So they're kind of fun. So I already kind of pre-cut, I already cut two. So we'll decide which one to use. And then those are the stamps that don't have dies, which is part of this set. So that's all the dies here. So let's see, we can either use this frame, and I think I used for my samples, I used one of each so I could show you. So you can kind of see one of each of the frames. So they all look really nice. So there's no wrong choice, which is a good thing. And then I decided I'm going to do the ducks again. So I have a grandmother duck and a little grandchild duck. And again, that was from all the die cuts, which I have. I've used a bunch, but I still have a bunch more. You get so many in the pack. So we can either use that frame. I actually might use the open one, kind of what I did here. And that frame, because I used this one, but this guy's a little bit bigger. I think we'll do that again. So I'll save that for another project. All right, so I'm just going to glue down my frame. Use my little mat here. I could have used the adhesive sheets, but I actually haven't used them at all on the frames. I've just been, carefully putting little dabs of glue. Some might ooze out. Oh, the other thing is, I'll show you actually in a second. I'll show you on, you can't see on that one. The frame is actually different. So it doesn't matter which is the top and the bottom, but just so you know, they're different, which is kind of a nice thing too. I'm just gonna flip it and put it this way. It looks like a mirror. I think it would look really cool if you use silver foil to put it there. I'll have to do something. Make a little mirror. The other thing I thought you can do with all these cutouts is put them on popsicle sticks, and then you can have like little puppets. All right. So I'm not going to put these guys on yet, but I'm going to kind of guess where they're going to go. I think they're so cute. I wasn't sure what I was doing, so I already embossed Welcome Little One with the white embossing powder, but I'm going to use this color, Lost Lagoon. Mary Lou likes the idea of making it a mirror. Yeah, I think that would be kind of fun. So I'll have to come up with something. And then these ones I used all white ribbon. Oh, I used white ribbon, and then I used the ribbon that comes with the Storybook Moments for these two. But it's pink, and I didn't really think we wanted pink ribbon on that card. And I I don't have any white ribbon anymore. So what I did is, I think this would be fine. I have some Pebbled Path. And this is a color that is in this pack. And I'm very sad to say it's going to be going away. So any of those colors from those ink colors, let's see if I can remember what they are. Boho blue, I'm actually gonna make it longer so I can trim it. Boho blue, moody mauve, pebbled path, wild wheat, um, is it the coyote one? Not coyote, canyon, I think canyon something or other. Those are retiring in April. And so if you like them, I would order them sooner than later, because you know that they always sell out. The refills or the papers or everything. And um, this pack of paper, the plaid one, uses, I think, two of the ink colors. Two or three. Maybe boho blue, the pebbled path. So and the wild wheat, it does use three. All right, so I just tied a bow around my fold here. I find it easier to just kind of weight it down with the block. And I can either have it go this way, but I think I had them this time going this way. So I'm just going, let's see, these are not ribbon scissors. Oh, they did okay. Just make the ends clean. But Pebble Bath is Pebble Pebbles color I'm really gonna miss. All right, so I'm going to put that there. Again, I didn't put these guys on there on purpose in case I didn't want it to cover my ribbon. And then that's gonna go right there. So what I'm gonna do is, it's different ways you can put ribbon down, but I'm gonna use tear and tape. I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put it there. So I'm gonna put the ribbon right on top of that tear and tape. You can use glue, which is good, but it just takes a little while to dry because it uses the fabric. Or you can use, I think this one, all of these actually, I think I just put a glue dot and those aren't even, I forgot, those aren't even down, but it's more of a wispier ribbon than this one is a heavier. So I think it needed a little more surface to be stuck. All right, so that's gonna go like that. Oops, so I think I might trim this one a little bit more. Let's see, ribbon. Mary Lou says, I can use ribbon the way you're doing it. No bow. Yes, no bow. I know you don't like the bows. Oh, and this one, shoot, this one frayed. I may have to use better scissors. Okay. Yep, and then you can tie a knot. You don't even have to tie a bow, but I like that. You guys probably know that because I do this a lot. I like just kind of doubling over my ribbon and just tying it with um, a little bow. So I'm going to use the foam strips because I'm going to almost. Move that in the middle. When I do this, if you put a dimensional in the middle, then it will stick, the dimensional will stick on the ribbon and it won't necessarily stay down on the card. So I could have either cut a dimensional in half to make it skinny, but I have the foam strips here. So I put it on the top and the bottom of my little sentiment. And now the ribbon will go in here. So it will kind of straddle the ribbon. I find that works pretty well. There we go. Welcome, little one. Okay, so now we can put our little duck family. I'm gonna use dimensionals. I was afraid if I put them down first, then it would have run into each other. So I will use regular dimensionals for these guys. There's no way I would have colored that as nice. So I really do like the pre-printed characters. So I can put them both up, or I can put one down and one up. I think I'll put both up. And on this one, I kind of put the baby duck a little bit in front of the grandmother duck. So I think I'll do the same thing. Kind of like, you know how our grandkids like to hold on. Well, I don't have any, but they like to be super close. So I'm gonna make them a little close like that. It's just so cute. Oh, and hold on. We can add some gems. So these ones I used, I think they're still current. They're what are they called? Champagne iridescent dots. So they're all loose, but like shaker cards, but you can glue them down. And so that's what I did. I thought the color kind of looked really nice with the pink. And I could do that here, but I think I'm just going to use, these are the dots that come with the bundle. And they're just iridescent. I think they're called iridescent. Antique pearls. So I think that's a better, look at, you can kind of tell it picks up a little bit of the green. So I think I will just use those, and I'm gonna do exactly what I did because I know when I try to figure it out on my own, then I second guess myself on the live. Okay. So I just added a few there, and you could add more. You could add a whole bunch. So that's the front of the card. So the inside, this one again, there's going to be a whole bunch of people signing it. So that's where I kind of covered both sides. This one, you could just leave it plain white, but you have all this beautiful decorations on the front. I think it needs a little something on the inside. So what I have, oh, I forgot to grab, shoot. I forgot to grab, I don't know if this would work. That's the wrong color. And I only have one sheet. All right, I meant to grab a bigger piece of patterned paper, and I have some, but it's just beyond my reach. So I will actually choose a piece and then put it on there, and then I'll cut this now, and I'll stamp it, and then you'll get an idea. So the smaller piece, what I'm gonna write on, that's 4 3/4 by 6. So 4 3/4 by 6. And again, I'll find a piece of paper and I'll take I'll show you the other ones too, but we'll have printed paper going all around the edge. And then I'm gonna stamp. Well, I'm gonna move that so I don't get ink on it, because that would be a bad thing. And I have this Time to Celebrate stamp, and that's from the Beautiful Butterflies, which I bought. Well, I have the dies too. We're actually going to use it at my event in March, but it's now you can get it for free. Just the stamp set, not the dies. But you could buy the dies and then get the stamp set for free, or you could buy the bundle. But that's where the Time to Celebrate. This is one of the added on celebration choices they did, um, which I think that's a good choice. All right, so Time to Celebrate, I think is nice because it doesn't have to be a birthday. All right, so that will go on the inside. Let me close this up. I'll show you the insides again of the other ones. So this one I just did, this is some older petal pink paper that kind of matched. This one I used, this is that from the Storybook Moments paper. And then the other one, what did I use? Oh, I used some green from the Storybook Moments paper. So I will find the appropriate, I don't think that's the right blue because that doesn't quite match. But I will find something to finish that off. But you get the idea. All right, so let me lay these out here so you can see them all. You see them all? Yeah. So those are grandmother cards. I mean, they can be baby cards too, but I just thought it was really cute because in the pack that have all the cutouts, there's a couple of, to me, they look like, or they could be moms, but I just thought they could be grandmothers. Where's the other one I used? The sheep. And then there were little guys of them all. So that's why I call their grandmother cards. So that's what I have. All right. So let me put me back on here. There we go. Oh, oh, you can see I have balanced. I have some hand stuff and a block just so my phone doesn't fall over again. All right, so that's what I had for you today. I hope you like them. I'll let you know because they'll be going to the grandmother's on Thursday night. We have the shower Thursday night, so I know that they'll love them. So it'll be kind of fun. So let's see what's else going on. Celebration ends on February 28th, so that's another like week and a half. And they have those new added on items. I already have my live planned for next week, and I'm using a whole bunch of the added on celebration items. So tune in for that. What else is going on? Trying to think. That might be it actually for Stamp It. Oh, well, along with the free product for the celebration, there's also the join offer. I've been writing about that, and I'm hoping some of you will consider that. And I would love to talk with you. So if any of you have questions or concerns, or is it right? I'd love to chat with you about it because it's a really cool opportunity, and the starter kit's really awesome. You get quite a lot of products. So yeah, so that's what's going on in Stampin' Up. I feel like there's something else, but I don't know what it is. So oh, there is the mystery host party. That's what it was. I wrote about that this morning. So I have a mystery host party going on starting kind of from today until next Tuesday. So next Tuesday I'll pull a name on the live. But we're already starting off. What did I say? $105. I think the rewards are at already. I was able to kind of do some magic. And so we're starting off with a good kitty, so to speak. And so that's happening. So I will post the host code on my page. I can put it in this chat as well. I just forget what it is. And so if anyone wants to hop in on the mystery host party, that's happening. So that's what it was. Phew. Okay, I'm gonna go make a cup of tea because my voice is done. So I appreciate you watching and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for understanding last week. There's no way I was able to talk last week. So thank you. And any questions about anything, just reach out to me and I'd be happy to answer. But I hope you liked it. I think it's cute. So have a wonderful day. Stay warm. Everybody's on here saying how cold it is. So please stay safe and stay warm. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.